Hey, this is Pastor Kent, addict, with you, and this is Heaven Elohiym Treatment Center. This is a message for all my fellow addicts and alcoholics that are out there. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And your time this year was bad. I know that. It does get better, over time. This is Recovery with Pastor Kent. I'm reading out of the Just for Today book. You can get it at Narcotics Anonymous. Anonymity and self-will. The drive for personal gain, which brought so much pain in our past, falls by the wayside if we adhere to the principle of anonymity. Basic text, page 76. The word anonymity in itself means nameless, but there's a large principle at work in anonymity in the Narcotics Anonymous program. The principle of selfness. When we admit we are powerless to manage our lives, we take our first step away from self-will, the first step towards selflessness. The less we try to run our lives on self-will, the more we find the power and direction. Once sorely lacking in our lives, but the principle of selflessness does a lot more than just make us feel better. It helps us live better. Our ideas of how the world should be run begins to lose their importance. We stop trying to impose our will on everybody and everything around us, and when we abandon our know-it-all attitudes, predictions, and start recognizing the value of people's experience. We start treating them with respect. The insights of others become as important to us as our own. We start to think about what's the best for the group rather than just what's best for us. We love living on lives bigger than we are. That's more than just us. Our name, ourselves. We start living the principle of anonymity. Just for today, God, place free on me from self-will. Help me understand the principle of anonymity. Help me to live selflessly. If you go to NA, you will hear this in the readings. Anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities. I can't go to my home group meeting because I'm ridiculed and mocked, because I talk about God. It's sad, because as far as I know, the steps all mention God, so I just don't get that. I was at a 1-year celebration, a 2-year celebration, and a 3-year celebration, and neither one of them mentioned God at all. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the heck is keeping you from using. Because self-will and willpower only goes so far. It lasted for me 6 years. I mean, if you want to do this program, white knuckling it, good power to you. All the power to you. I mean, if you can last in this program, white knuckling it, you're going to be a miserable, nasty, filthy person to be around. You are. You really are. Because the steps help us to understand how we take this from here and all these garbly-goop and committee of idiots that we hear in our heads and put in fresh, clean stuff. You've all heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? So if we put good stuff in, take a computer, okay? If you put bad stuff in the computer, it's gonna go, right? Okay, so by the same case in point, if you put bad stuff in your head, it's gonna go. But what you have to do, and the steps help us do that, is a journey from here down to here, from the head to the heart, and we get that. And Heaven Elohiym Temple Treatment Center is all about helping you find that journey from head to heart. That's what we're all about. That's our whole focus in Heaven Elohiym Temple Treatment Center. We help you find the help you need. We do. It's important. When I first came in to Narcotics Anonymous, I was a basket case. Okay? I had no idea who I was, or what I was about, or anything about myself. I had no clue who I was. I was in the program probably about 2 months, and somebody asked me who I was, and I just looked at them with my mouth hanging open and my tongue hanging down to the floor, and I'm thinking to myself, I can't answer that because I don't know. And it took me doing the steps to get it done and find out what kind of an ass I was. Today I have a beautiful wife and a very loving, caring, wonderful, beautiful son. Because I changed. I had to realize I can't change out here. I can't change nothing outside of myself. But when I change this, everything out here seems to work together in the common good. Life on life's terms. No, it's not fair. Life can be hell sometimes. But you know what? It's that's why we're here. Heaven Elohiym Temple Treatment Center is here for you in your time of trials and needs. We do grief counseling, addiction counseling, and we help you find those steps to get you from here to here. We will help you find a treatment center. We are an online treatment center. Regarding I can do online stuff. I'm an addiction counselor and a pastor. I have pastoral training, so I have social education training, so I know how to deal with people on life's terms. It's not easy sometimes dealing. One of the best things I ever done when I first come to a meeting was I got numbers. And when I called, things were better because I wasn't dealing with my own committee of idiots up here. That's dangerous for addicts. God love you, and we will see you next time.